Okay, I have walked a journey with this video, and I'm finally got it where the camera is actually focused on my hands. And we can get started. It is amazing. I do speak. I do personally believe that I have a pleasant speaking tone. But that's not what I want to focus on today. Clearly, you've been watching me crochet, and for that, I appreciate you. My whole rationale behind doing this is some people want to learn to crochet, some people just to want to watch other people do things. I am amazed at how often watching someone else create can relax and soothe, distract, bore you to tears so you can go to sleep. But if you've been watching and are curious how I've made my thermal stitch coffee cozy, well, this particular video is for you. I'm starting with showing you how to do the foundation chain, simply because the foundation chain is different from most crochet projects. You still want to have your slip knot, and that's where every single solitary crochet project is going to start, with the slip knot. But instead of just chaining blindly, we are doing a single crochet foundation chain. Now, like with all of my videos, I live in a complicated house full of kids and one trucker who's a local home daily trucker. But life gets noisy, so I just consider the ambiance, pets in and out, my cat, my dog, and my kids part of this overall process. I'm not interested that much in editing. So in any case, the single crochet foundation chain. You're going to chain two like I just did. Then go back to the first chain on the hook and nestle it right in there. Yarn over, pull up a loop once, make one chain, yarn over and pull through both loops. Oh my God, that's so weird. It is weird, but trust me, it works. All right, so we're going to keep working backwards to go forwards. So here we have one chain space, we're skipping it. And we're going to the second chain space. We have 2 bars on that chain space in that loop. We're going to yarn over, pull up one, and then we're going to chain one. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. And we're just going to keep doing this until we have our foundation chain. So we are skipping this chain space and going backwards into this one, getting 2 bars of the chain space on there, yarn over, pull up one, chain one, yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. I know it's weird, but it will all make sense in the end. As you can see, you're building something that sort of kind of looks like a row of single crochets, and that's important. And that's the first complicated step of the thermal stitch. You have to start with a foundation chain of single crochets. So we're going to skip one chain, go back to your second chain space, pick up 2 bars, yarn over, pull up a loop, chain one, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Skipping one chain space, going into the second chain space from the hook, back behind, picking up 2 bars, yarn over, pull up one, yarn over, chain one, yarn over, pull through both loops. So, skipping the first chain space, going to the second chain space from the hook, getting 2 bars, yarn over, pulling up, chain 1, yarn over through both loops on the hook. I'm going to explain that one more time, and then I'm just going to finish making my foundation chain. So looking back, you've got 1 chain space here, your second chain space is here. So you pick up your second chain space, get 2 bars, yarn over, pull up 1, chain 1, yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook. I'm just going to be quiet now. I'm good at that. And just carry on making my foundation chain. The thermal stitch you'll find is going to be great for anything you want extra warm or heat protected. These make great table runners that you can put casserole dishes and Christmas dishes right on. So if you're hosting Thanksgiving or Christmas, you can just line your whole table with one of these bad boys in the middle. And it is a super thick hot pad that covers all of them. You can make it as big or as small as you want because crochet, it's your playground. That's what I love most about crochet. And I'm kind of Bob Rossian about my crochet. There's no mistakes, only happy accidents. Crochet is incredibly forgiving. If you skip a stitch in most patterns it won't matter. There are those patterns that it does matter and you have to frog, which is the very technical term for going back and ripping out stitches and remaking them. Nobody likes frogging in life, and that's why I basically stitch to low-key, low-maintenance crochet patterns. I am not getting paid for this. I do not have any viral status, so I'm not really intending to talk about where I find patterns and where I find stitches until someone's ready to pay me for that information. Okay, so we have our foundation chain. This is we're going to do our first row, like happy accidents. Here we go. I don't know what's going on with this guy. I have no idea. But I do know that in crocheting this little enthusiastic guy, he's going to disappear. I don't need to worry about him. So if you have another little happy volunteer like that, the way the stitches worked, they're going to disappear. Okay. All right. So what you have now is this, and you're going to start going back into what you've done. Chain 1, and then this is so awkward because we're building up 2 layers of single crochet at the same time. So it just seems so weird, but bear with me, guys. Okay, we're going to go into the back loop and this bottom bar of our single crochet foundation straight, and we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop through 2, yarn over and pull up a loop through 2. Then we're going to go to the same thing. So here's where we would normally work like this, right? That's how we would normally work in a chain stitch. We'd find the top loop and we'd go through both, but we're doing something different. Okay, so we're bear with me here. We would normally, this would be next. So we go to our next chain space. We're going to go in the back loop because, you know, this is technically what's facing us. We're going to go in the back loop and we're going to catch this bottom loop as well of our single crochet. All right, again, this would normally be our second stitch, see? And we normally go in like this, but this is not a normal stitch. Back loop, bottom loop, yarn over, and work it like a normal single crochet after that. It will all make sense. Trust me. Again, instead of going in the front, we're going in the back. And we're going to pick up this bottom loop, so it does that, and work it like a single crochet. All the way down our foundation single crochet line. The whole thing. Now, the other complicated thing about my videos is music. I don't know if you guys want music or not. I'm leaving it blank, so you can pick. Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, hold on. Well, as I was saying about my disrupted life, when the kids are here, and my pets are here, who knows what's going to happen, you know? Maybe my mom will call, maybe not. Who knows? My train of thought has been completely derailed. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so again, this would be where we normally work, but we're going to go into that back loop and hit this bottom loop. And I'm just finishing down my row. There's my little happy accident. See, look, oh, taken care of. And it'll all be covered anyway. My interrupted life. At least, is that not focusing on my hands anymore? Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God. And focus, focus on my hands. Focus on my hands, guys. Ah ha ha, there we go. There we go. My goodness. It's out of focus again. I can't win. I'm not meant to do this. I'm hoping you're at least finding this amusing, the tragedy of the tragedy of the Gen X woman trying to do anything with technology. I had to get my Gen Z son to come down here and find my Logitech camera so I could get this angle for you guys. Because I'm Gen X. I don't know what I'm doing. My name's Karen. I do the best I can. I'm actually low maintenance. I got these nails on because I think they're pretty. And it's nice for these videos to have nice nails, I think. I don't know. But I don't need to talk to any managers, you guys, I swear. All right, so now we get to the end. You see there's this odd little step, but we've hit all of our loops and rows. So what I do to kind of fill in the odd little step here at the end is I like to kind of wiggle in. It's really tight, you guys, and I don't know, like, how to fix that problem. If any of you have any ideas or tips, you just kind of wiggle your hook in there. I am using really cheap bamboo hooks that I subscribed to some magazine years ago, and I don't even subscribe to that magazine anymore. I canceled that subscription when I got a different, better virtual subscription. But they sent me these free bamboo hooks. They're kind of fun to use sometimes. And I'm using my ergonomic, you'll see my ergonomic crochet hook cover that I prefer to use, but it's in use for a different project. I have so many projects going, you guys. I wanted to start, oh my goodness, this is being really, really fiddly. All right. What is new in my life? Really, seriously, it's that loop that's giving me heart attacks. So that loop's just going to be on. Okay, I work a normal, just a single crochet. And you'll see working a normal single crochet into something over here takes care of that little step that was going on. Now, to go back to what we were doing, I do a turning chain, and then I go back and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to split. Now, normally we would just start working right here and work like that. This is the thermal stitch. We're actually completing this side. So we started this side over here, this layer over here, and now we're going to do the other side of the same layer, and this is why the stitch is so cozy, that you have 2 single crochet sides side by side to each other that are just extra, extra warm. I love this thermal stitch. It's so useful for so many things. Okay, so we're going to the back loop again, and we're picking up now. This used to be our front loop. This is the front loop that we ignored the last time. So we're doing the back loop of our new stitch and that old front loop that we ignored the last time. That is now the bottom bar. So we're going into what is now the back loop and grabbing that bottom bar there. And what is actually happening is, you can see it happening better on this. There's our 2 stitches we'll use when we turn it around. We're just going to carry this on through. Oh, I remember what I was talking about when my mama called. Music. You know, I kind of like that my videos are blank, where I've wiped the sound away, or there's just ambient sound, like my cat digging in the litter box, my kids walking through the kitchen, microwaving crap, my life happening all around me. And you can supply your own music that you like. If you're feeling sleepy, you can put in some sleepy music. Again, I'm Gen X. I don't know what the copyright laws are. I might pick something you absolutely hate and you end up turning the volume down anyway, and half the time I'm just watching TV. Yeah, that's why I have that expression on my face. I literally sit on my couch and I watch TV and crochet. That's the great thing about crochet, is when you really learn it, you can just kind of not watch it. Go away. I'm making a video. All right, so we have here, you can see the next row of stitches lining up. Here's that front stitch that we ignored the whole time. It's now that bottom bar that we're going to hit when we hit this back loop. It's all there. And here we are. We've run out of stitches, but we have this little step. So I'm going to try again to try to work this in here. The complications. There we go. That worked better this time. Just work a single crochet into there as you would a normal single crochet. I'll do a turning chain, and then we're going to go right back into it. Yeah. It's so awesome, you guys. You just keep doing this over and over and over again until you have what you want. If you want a table runner, clearly you're going to be doing this a minute, right? You can add or change colors. I'm using a self-striping crochet yarn. Again, because I'm not getting any type of money at all. I don't feel like I can endorse anything. I don't know how any of that works. But I like what I like. Here's a hint. I like to use the self-striping crochet yarn that you can only buy in one store. It's not available in the hatred store with the misogyny and the hatred. And it's not available in the store that is mostly fabrics. It's available in the pride-friendly, woman-friendly, relatively decent store that's left over out of those 3 choices. All right, there we go. I hope that was enough of a hint. All right, we have this weird little step. I'm throwing in my single crochet just somewhere. Make it work. And then we turn it back around. We go for it again. All right, so let's just say after this, I hope you were able to kind of figure this out from this video. This thermal stitch, it's so cozy. If you get a nice cozy yarn, don't use Red Heart Super Saver unless you're doing a table runner and no one's going to cuddle it. I just love the feel of a nice soft yarn. Just something nice. Now Red Heart did make a soft version, which would work. But if you're making a hat or a scarf, get something cuddly wuddly. Because this is such a cuddly wuddly yummy thing. Okay. All right, so let's say that I've reached my full height. Here we go. I'm going to get my let's get my step filled in. You'll see I have a nice straight edge here, nice straight edge here. All right. And you can see how both of those work together to make this extra thick. It's a luxurious feeling. It really is. When you're done, what I like to do to just finish all this off is just pull up a loop and go through all of them. And it kind of just gives it a finishing, if you just chain all the way through all of them. And what that does is I really think that finishes it off. It's so hard not to just let muscle memory take over and just do. But this finishes it off, gets it close together and gets it like nice and even. And then you can use both of these if you want to put a, use both of these bars here if you want to put a framing stitch all the way around it. That's going to make it easier to do. Because it's going to bring it up to level. It's going to bring the two halves into level. Because they're about half a stitch off of each other, the two sides. Because this is double thick single crochet is basically what this turns into. So working along. I hope you enjoy the little windows into my life. You can be Snoopy and watch me crochet and watch TV. And when my kids are here, you get that. And when they're not here, they're over at their dad's house. You just see my lonely existence. Okay. And I've got my weird little step. You finish up your weird little step. Again, it's just going to wiggle. Oh my Jesus. All right, there we go. And then to finish off, you finish it off like you do every crochet item. You cut here. Oh, cut it through. If my scissors aren't cutting yarn, I need to, new scissors. And then break out your tapestry needle and then you can go through. But that is the thermal stitch, and that is exactly what I did to make my happy little coffee pot cozy. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me talk. I can literally talk about crochet or anything for hours. Bye, guys!